Okay.
Okay, so we're live, and it's Paul and I. Paul, why don't you go first, if you don't mind?
All right. Yes. Working on story number 572, and it involves removing an attribute accessor from job applications, which is redundant, and then fixing up the tests so that they work.
Excuse me.
That's it in a nutshell. However, I've found, well, the test didn't run. I then put it back, and I found that I still couldn't get them to run. And I tried, reproducing the actions using the application. But I was sort of hampered by a lack of understanding of, the relationship between job developer and job seeker, I guess, and exactly what action it is that leads to the scenarios that were under test.
Okay, well, we can definitely look at that and talk through all that stuff after the Scrum then.
All right.
Sounds like you experienced something that you should not experience. I'm wondering if some kind of a bug got into the development branch inadvertently, but we'll look at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Patrick. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no problem. Sam's at a London event talking charities, so it's just the three of us right now.
Nice. Okay, so just from my side, I finished the Agile Ventures design of the sign-up table, just to give it a better user experience yesterday. And other than that, I've just been working on client delivery. So I've just got some hectic deadlines in for that. And hopefully next week I'll be back.
Other than CSS, maybe. Let's hope to.
And design.
Right, exactly. Yeah, do some Ruby stuff.
Yes.
All right, good. That sounds good. For myself, on MetPlus, I've been reviewing stories continuously because they keep coming in, which is good to see. And I think, okay, I don't know if anybody's taken a UI implementation story, one of the new ones, but I did mention to Hinesh, we've got that. Hinesh is on vacation next week and the following week. So just let everybody know about that. On the Swedish project, SHF, I reviewed stories, voted on stories, conversed with Ashley back and forth on Slack, and I think that's where we're at on that one. I think subsequent to that, Ashley's been doing a lot of design work for our client meeting for tomorrow, like member addresses, things like that. So she's queued up a bunch of good questions for the client. On the Wiki Ed project, we had a good Scrum meeting yesterday, followed by Scrum planning. We're in day 3 now of a 2-week Scrum, first 2-week Scrum. And we went through the process for Agile Ventures people to contribute, including how to use Waffle and things like that, similar to what we do on MetPlus. Don't take a story unless it's in the right column and it's been voted on, etc. We decided on for goal for this sprint, we're going to have 8 points delivered by AV people, Agile Ventures people. So the intent of this pilot program is to see the contributions that Agile Ventures people can make to that project. And really, if it's worth it for that project to actually fund continuing AV participation, both project management as well as development, as opposed to using that money to buy a single developer to come in for once a week or something like that. So that's the intent of this, to see how much contributions AV people can do and if it's cost effective, which I think it'll turn out to be. And it was we reviewed stories as part of the planning process, and we voted on a few more to make sure we have a good queue for people to work against. And that's it for me. No blockers. So I think right now, Laura, Paul and I are going to look at a problem that he's having on a story that he's working on. Is there anything that we need to connect on? Oh, Laura, I did want to mention that I have an action item to review what we want to put in the footer, starting with what your original design had.
Okay.
And I haven't gotten around to that, but I want to write up something so we can intelligently and efficiently talk about it. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I've got that on my queue. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe we can spend a couple minutes looking at that.
Yeah, tomorrow's good.
Yeah, the footer was all in good shape until Paul did his PR and screwed everything up, and as a result,
Sorry,
No,
sorry about that.
I screwed everything up. But we'll get that back in shape. So we'll do that tomorrow, hopefully. All right, then. So, Paul, do you want to go ahead and maybe share your screen? And
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay. Actually, maybe you want to pop up the story if Laura's going to watch and just orient her to what it is you're working on. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll just talk through.
Okay.
Lara. So this is the job application RB model, and it's got this redundant attribute accessor, job developer, not used anywhere. And so the story was to remove that and then run the tests and make sure they all still work. And the test failed when Patrick did it. They also failed when I did it, just to verify it. But then I put it back again, and I found that the tests are still failing. Models event spec RB. So it's about as far as I got, except that then I tried to do it to work out how it actually happens. That you get a job developer other than the job developer that's assigned to the job seeker, and where that actually comes in. So I signed on as.
So I'm sorry, Paul. Just so the event that's failing has to do with a job developer being assigned to a job seeker. Is that what's happening?
Well, you see this one, event job applied by job developer, event job developer, not the primary JD, trigger message to the JS was the first one.
Okay, job developer, job applied. So the job developer, first one is the job developer is applying to a job on behalf of a job seeker, and that job developer is not the associated job developer for the job seeker. But that was a lot of cumbersome sentence, but yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's even real or if it even works. Because if I log in as, I think it's Jane at, I don't have it stored. Jane at netplus.org. What was it? You remember without having to look it up.
What do you want? Do you want me to look it up for you? Is that what you said?
Yeah, if you got it to handle, if you remember it.
Yeah, let me.
Jane at netplus.org or something.
Let me get you that. So the job seeker that I tend to use, well, let's see. The job seeker that's seeded by our database in our database is tomseekerpets@gmail.com. So you may want to use that one. Tom Seeker.
I'm looking for a job developer.
Oh, you're looking for a job developer. Okay, so
other than
yeah,
one that's assigned to Tom.
Jane at metplus.org.
So that's all right.
Yep, that's correct. And then query123. Yeah.
So if say I go to jobs, click on this national identity, and then match all job seekers. Warns me it's going to take a while. Then it comes up with Tom Seeker, whose current job developer is Chet Pitts. So I select Tom Seeker. Comes up job applications for Tom Seeker. Now, last time I did this, it didn't come up with any. So that might have been because I'd removed the from job applications hookup.rb. So that might have solved the problem, but because what I did was then applied on his behalf for the job, but this isn't going to work because he already has an application in there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
is that the sort of path to, invoking an alternative job developer?
What was that question? Is that the model you said?
Is that the path that you go through to get into that, scenario of an alternative job developer?
Well, let's just go back to look at jobs again and pick another job. Yeah.
It's a bit hard to find one that he hasn't applied for.
Yeah. Go further into, I think Tom has applied to all of the Widgets Inc. jobs. So you get,
Okay.
like, click on item 5 or 6 there to move ahead. You can look, yeah. See if we can get
Corporate optimization strategies.
Yeah, just pick that job. It's got a different company there.
And then do an actual job seekers.
No, that's not. It says, you see at the bottom, it says click here to submit an application for job seeker. Yep.
Yeah.
Click on that.
See, I only come up with my own. I don't see top seeker in there.
Okay. I'll have to review that. I thought that, well, maybe we haven't enabled that. Maybe we've limited it to your own job. I seem to remember a conversation with Arun when he was implementing this, that we decided to limit it to job developers associated with a particular job seeker. And of course, if the job developer doesn't have a resume on file, you can't submit an application anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. That being said, the test conditions may be at fault then, although I think the tests have been working forever, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So
No, I'm not sure.
tell you what, I'm going to just go to my development branch and I'm going to run the RSpec tests and make sure. So
if you can run it, I'll rebase everything and start from scratch.
yeah, so where am I? What branch am I on right now? I'm on development. I'm going to get full development. Development, make sure I'm up to date. Okay, so I merged from, and this is our spec model. It's the event model.
Yep.
Okay. My system's running pretty slow this morning. Hasn't had his caffeine yet.
So I just had a thought I might have started playing around with event spec.
So I got job applied by JD, job developer event, job developer not the primary, job without company person, job with company person, job application accepted. So far we're moving along. me just look at. Okay, so they completed successfully. Why don't we try to rebase,
Yeah,
merge
I'll
everything
have to
into your development branch and then rebase your feature branch?
yeah, I think that's what I'll need to do.
Do you think it'll take too long?
No, I'll leave it for now.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the other thing I'll do is I'll try and reproduce the scenario, which will probably mean adding an additional job seeker and one that I can actually find. And I match on all resumes, and then submit on behalf of that job seeker and verify that that is the actual path for doing that.
Okay. I think the other thing you can, yeah. So I'll look into that event where a job developer wants to apply on behalf of a job seeker for whom he or she is not the job developer. Maybe we're testing for that scenario, but we haven't enabled it in the production code. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I think that might be a case where that's a future thing that we haven't enabled. We've built it, but we haven't enabled. I don't know. In the production code. But I need to walk through the code a little bit to kind of piece it together again. Yeah. Because the intent is to allow that. I mean, that is something if it's not working or if it's not been enabled yet, then I'll probably create a story to have that enabled. But that won't affect what you're doing. I mean, here, your test should run before you make that change. When you remove it, some of the RSpec test will fail because they're relying upon that.
Yeah.
And then you'll just have to restructure the test objects to remove the need for that weird appendage that was added. Maybe just for testing purposes, it looks like. Yeah. All right. Well, let me know how it goes with rebasing this thing, but hopefully that cleans it up, and then you can move forward.
Yeah, it should do. All right. Well, thanks so much, Patrick.
Yep. Okay, great. If you get a chance to connect up tomorrow in Scrum, maybe we can look at it again if there's still something going on.
I've made some progress. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
All right, and I'll get back to you on that scenario.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
Okay, well, maybe we'll talk tomorrow then, or if not, at least maybe if you can ping me on Slack, let me know how it's going.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay, great. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye for now.
Sure.
See ya. Ciao.